social media freak, Jake Paul, Hollywood swagger, Midwest muscle. He don't just sell fights, he manufactures chaos. Kid's been cashing checks since he could spell viral. Well, it ain't a popularity contest tonight, but this one right here, this one's got the whole world talking. Vegas lit up like Times Square on New Year's Eve. The Vegas line, Jai Opetaia, 220. Jake Paul, 175. The underdog. Of course he is. Vegas claims the Aussie's the favorite, but don't tell that to Jake Paul's followers. They already got their rent money on the problem child. Rocco the Rattlesnake Romano, the retired middleweight champ, had this to say: Jake Paul's got a chin like a lunchbox, but Opetaia, he hits like a truck filled with regret. Actor Tony DeLuise, I got Paul by split decision. He's annoying, but he's got hot. Sometimes that's all you need. Everybody's got something to say. Half the planet picking Paul for the upset. The other half betting Opetaia ends it before round 5. Me? I just know somebody's sleeping here with their pride in a puddle. Jake Paul versus Jai Opetaia here in Japan in our co-main event, 12 rounds for the Cruiserweight Championship. 3 knockdown rule in effect, can be saved by the bell, so that'll make it pretty interesting. Only 1 loss for Paul, no losses for Opetaia. What do you got in this one tonight, Frank? Oh, it's going to be close. Cleveland zone, Jake Paul making his way to the ring in black and white tonight on his way to meet probably the toughest test of his career. From Sydney, New South Wales, Australia, beloved everywhere, the undefeated sensation Jai Opetaia, 27-0, 21 knockouts. This guy is a serious talent in that ring, Frank.
Yep.
Let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr. for the intros.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Cleveland, Ohio in the United States, here is the battle-ready cruiserweight and popular social media superstar, introducing the problem child, Jake Paul. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Gold Coast, Queensland, Australia, by way of Sydney, an IBF cruiserweight champion of the world, Jai Opetaia.
Here they come to meet in the center of the ring, Frank.
Well, this moment right here will tell you a lot. It'll tell you a lot about what's about to happen.
I want you to protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck.
Couple of quick little taps there, and he'll back up. Far end with a nice straight left. Opetaia being very elusive in there, picking his shots. Paul catches him with a combo and backs off himself.
Jake needs to wait for opportunities here. He's got to be careful. He's fighting a southpaw. It's a little trickier if you're an orthodox fighter. It's not what you expect. When you get in the ring, well, he hasn't been in that many fights. When you get in the ring, mostly they're orthodox. So when you fight a southpaw, it's a little bit different, John. Things are going to happen that you are not used to.
And Paul is being tagged quite a few times here in this first round, Frank.
That's good. He's going to have to adjust. Exactly what I was referring to is you got to approach it differently. Punches are going to come at you from angles that you're not used to. It's a little bit different.
Yeah, punching is punching and boxing is boxing, but southpaws and orthodox fighters are different. Big uppercut landing there for Jake Paul. Backing up and protecting very nicely there. Opetaia hit with a nice straight right.
I like how patient Paul's being. He keeps swinging for the fences there. He's waiting for Opetaia to react.
Opetaia landing a few and a nice low shot there landing for Paul. Big uppercut.
Paul is being hit too easy. He's standing a little still. He needs to move up and down and side to side and keep Opetaia guessing.
Big uppercut lands and a right hook for Paul.
Those are some big shots.
Opetaia is hurt by a left hook.
Look at him right down to the basement. Very smart move by Jake Paul.
Looking, and he is patient and landing another shot, and I believe Opetaia is cut. Yes, he is above the left eye in round one. Just over 30 seconds left.
Opetaia swinging back. He's being precautionary, almost like a surgeon in this first round, but after getting tagged like that, you're going to see a sense of urgency here, John.
Well, nobody likes to get cut, Frank, but you still have to make sure you don't make a big mistake and get knocked out. Jake Paul now backing up as he was hit by a big shot. What a first round here in Kiritsu Arena, Frank.
Wow.
Round one in the books here in Kiritsu. Look at that. The problem child just solved the first riddle of the Aussie assess. Jake Paul takes that one 10-9, but bailed. Like squeezing past TSA with an extra carry-on. Paul was the more accurate punch. Threw 15 less shots, but landed more. That jab shot like a Jinsu knife from the late-night infomercial. Every time Opetaia blinked, boom! Jake's fist was in his face like a pop-up bag. Now, I ain't saying Opetaia looked bad, but the kid was too patient out there. Too chill. You can't wait on Jake. The dude's got influences, speed, and algorithm reflexes. Every time Jai wound up, Jake was already halfway to the other side of the ring doing his TikTok victory dance. But make no mistake, Jai studied it. You can feel it. Paul might have squeaked this round, but Opetaia's looking like a volcano that ain't erupting yet. Stay tuned.
Round two. I'm not sure who won that first round. It's pretty even right there, John. We'll have to really look at the scorecards later. Opetaia did a nice job on that cut. It looked like they patched up pretty good. He took that pretty well. Opetaia has to look for those combos. He's got to wait for Jake to make some mistakes and use his ring experience to his advantage. He's had more fights, almost double the fights that Jake Paul has had. He's been doing this for a while.
Nice counter punching there by Jai. Paul just a little slow on the draw as he is being tagged.
Opetaia is just, he is really counter-punching, bobbing up and down, moving real well, and all his punches are hitting right on the mark.
Jake Paul looking for the big uppercuts and the hooks, and he is missing. Opetaia is very elusive today.
There's a few shots landing to the body there.
Big right hand, and that cut looks like it's opened up again above the left eye of Opetaia. Jake Paul with a big left hook to the body, and Opetaia with a nice counter. What a matchup so far in round two. Opetaia hit in the gut by a left lower uppercut, and he has hit the canvas, Frank.
Well, you got to protect yourself at all times, and sometimes you leave yourself wide open. He's not badly hurt, he just got caught.
2, 3, 4.
Up on the count of 5, Opetaia is back.
He's coming out swinging, John. I don't think he's that hurt. I think he just got caught.
Nice crosses landing for Jai Opetaia.
Well, if Jake can land that big one and get a knockdown, that can work huge to his advantage.
Big left cross lands for Paul.
Wasn't his right hand, but it was a left hand, and it definitely hurt as it backed Opetaia off for the time being. That guy's a warrior. You know he's going to come in there. He's going to be fighting to win the scorecards. He's looking for that knockout, John. That's what a true prize fighter does. Jake Paul, a couple of big right hands landing. Jai Opetaia not backing up at all as we close out the round. What a battle here so far. Somebody called the produce aisle because Jai Opetaia just went down like a sack of Idaho potatoes. Round 2 was his. It was his until Jake Paul said, "Not tonight, mate," and dropped the hammer like rent was due. Jai was cruising along. I'm talking 10 picture-perfect counters, laser-accurate power shots, the kind of precision that makes you think this kid was playing darts in the womb. But then, wham! Right on the button. Down he goes like last night's leftovers. Paul ain't throwing a ton, but when he lands with purpose. Like he's trying to delete your save file, pal. Opetaia's got all the talent in the world, but he's got to remember this. This isn't a highlight reel. This is survival. Round 2 to Paul. And folks, this was a momentum bugging. The Aussie had the bag, and Jake just snatched it like a bully taking his Halloween candy.
Get your shots off and don't give him anything. Go back and win the round. Alright, that's all.
Opetaia breathing a little heavy there after that round. And he's also cut, so he is going to have to really make the most out of his opportunities in this round until he gets some win back. These two ain't holding back at all. They're standing right in front of each other, trading. Paul doing a good job protecting himself there. Big uppercut lands for Paul. Opetaia backing off. Both guys landing a couple shots and then doing a good job not going too crazy. Beautiful exchange in the center of the ring from both of these fighters. What a show they are putting on here early. Every round seems like it's getting more exciting and more exciting. I only had the one knockdown, but lots of big shots landing for both of these guys. Standing right in front of each other, trading. Getting their breath back and right back to it. Wow. Caution being thrown to the wind, and Jake Paul is hit by a sledgehammer of a right hand. Looks like Paul is going to survive. Opetaia hit with a huge right cross right on the cut. Oh, beautiful 1-2 landing for Paul. Nice counter, return to sender by Opetaia. This is quite the fight we got here, John. Back and forth. I know we only had the one knockdown, but this fight is pretty much dead even in my mind. Wow, beautiful combo shots landing for Opetaia, and it seems like he is being a little more reserved with his energy, saving and not spending too much in each round. He is really not wasting a lot of punches out there, John. Paul doing a nice job avoiding a couple of those, but he has developed a cut. I believe it's in between the eyes. Oh, big left hook landed for Jai. Final 10 seconds, and these two are still going at it, back and forth. What a fight so far after 3. Judges are going to have a tough time scoring this one. Very close. I would say they're going to give this one to Jake Paul. He's got the momentum. He's feeling it. Hit with precision like he owns the ring. But this is a big fight. He can't get too greedy. He
can't punch himself out. Evasion, as you know, that Aussie assassin, he's sitting back watching, calculating, looking for that sniper shot. One clean counter, perfectly timed, boom, down it goes. And just like that, this fight's turns on a dime. Paul's gotta stay sharp, smart. Don't let the hype blind you. It's momentum, yeah. But survival in this ring, that's another story. Kiritsu Arena, I'm telling you, hold on to your seats, because round 4 is gonna be nuts.
Get your boxing back together and go out there and put it back.
1, 2, straight down the middle. You can't miss him. Great work.
Stay fucking to it now. It's a tough fight, and he's gonna be confident now.
Don't be looking at for one shot at a time. Set him up.
Do the jab, and then start gathering your pace and win this round back. Take away that confidence. Stop him in his.
Round 4. What a matchup we have had thus far, Frank. Oh yeah, this is not disappointing. I know Jake Paul has won all rounds, and it started with a knockdown in round 1, so he is way up on the scorecards over Jai Opetaia right now. But this fight is more even than it looks on the scorecards, John. Well, unless there's a knockout, the scorecards mean everything. So Jai Opetaia, all the pressure on him after 4. They're being a little more patient, trying to set up some punches here and look for some opportunities, and not just standing in front of each other after 3 rounds of punishment. These guys have definitely taken some big shots from each other. They're looking a little winded, both of these guys with their mouths open. Nice 1-2 combo by Jai Opetaia right there. Paul tries to return, but he's looking a little sluggish after 4. What a left hook lands by Paul, and another. And another. That left hook might be his best shot, John. Uppercut lands for Opetaia, not too much behind it, though. These guys have really put everything they have into the 9 or 11 minutes that we've seen in this fight thus far. Nice uppercut landing there on Paul. He takes a step back. Big body shot landing there for Paul. A right uppercut. And those are going to pay off in later rounds, John. It's going to slow your opponent down, and you're going to see those punches coming. Jake Paul, a couple of nice body shots landing there. 45 seconds left in round 4. Big left hook landing for Opetaia. Jake Paul looking like he's slowing down just a bit out there, John. He's going to have to look for opportunities and throw some counter punches when that happens. When you get really tired, you have to gather yourself and be very careful that you don't get caught with a counter. Because when you're exhausted and you get tagged, chances are you're going down. Momentum alone will take you down. Ten seconds left in the 4th round. Both fighters very cautionary at the end of round 4. Round 4 is in the books, ladies and gentlemen, and the Aussie assassin is taking his first round tonight. Lands a few more power punches, 5 more uppercuts, and 37% of his punches. What's the difference here? He's picking his shots, he's worn Jake Paul down, and I think everything is going according to his plan. Stick around, round 5 is going to get spicy.
Get your mind back on the job. It's a terrible round, that is. Come on. You've let him back into the fight. You're way the
jab's working nice. That was 1-2 straight downhill. You can't.
Come on, switch on. Get your boxing back together.
It's a fight. Great round. So just keep him on the end of the jab.
You're gonna lose this fight, do you? Come on. You've let him back into this. You're better than this.
Stick a few body shots in there a little bit. Just vary it up a little bit so we can't figure it out.
Basics. Just get your rhythm back.
Round 5, and that is quite a cut above the left eye. As you can see, it is pretty damaged. He's definitely going to need, I don't know, maybe 20 or more stitches to get that closed up after this fight ends.
And nobody likes to be reminded of their mistakes in the ring, John. Opetaia, looks like they did a nice job closing it up. Big uppercut landing there for Jake Paul.
But Paul has to land that big cannon of a right hand, and the uppercuts definitely, Opetaia is going to feel it. As Jake Paul is solid as a rock, and his right hand, there's a lot behind it.
Jake Paul also has to pace himself. Those big wild uppercut swings and misses, they're going to take a lot out of you, and he's been sucking wind for a couple rounds. Jai Opetaia, he's more seasoned, more experienced. He's been in these later rounds, and he knows how to handle himself, and I think he might be a little more familiar with his own limits than Jake Paul is.
Well, they're not standing in front of each other in round 5, Frank. Punches landing, but they are not as effective as they were in earlier rounds, as these guys are both pretty tired. And we're not even halfway through this fight, Frank.
You gotta pace yourself. You know, everybody wants that 90-second Mike Tyson KO be on the ESPN highlight reel and go viral with shorts on social media and be all over X with your sexy knockout in early rounds, but reality is, you're not Mike Tyson, so you're going to have to do it another way. You're going to have to find out what you need to do as the fight goes on.
Big exchange, and Opetaia has Paul in trouble as he is backing up, and he is still getting tagged.
Big body shot there, landing. And those hurt when you're out of breath, John.
Big left hand lands for Opetaia. That's the first time we've ever seen Paul in trouble so far in this fight. Paul fighting back. Landing a big right hook and drops Opetaia for the second time in this fight, Frank.
Wow, I did not expect that at all. Opetaia was in total control this round. When you get caught, lower that hand. You know, getting hit is one thing. Getting hit when you don't expect it is 100 times worse.
Oh, as you can see, he's going for the left hook, and he is tagged first.
Jake Paul literally beat him to the punch.
Opetaia is able to answer the call and will get up at a count of 6. Less than 10 seconds left. So he is going to have some time to regroup in his corner after another disastrous knockdown in a round I believe he was in total control of, Frank.
Most definitely. And that's why we love this sport, the unpredictability.
Jake Paul, 10-8 in that round, no question. Cobra Jai hits the canvas again. I mean, has he ever heard of something called strike first? If you're not first, you're last. Nice guys finish last. What are you waiting for? I mean, this guy's never heard of the rules of the game. I'm watching Jai looking like he's setting up a little sit-down for Paul, thinking he's got it all figured out, and then bam! Down he goes again. Guess the first one wasn't a fluke, folks. Jake Paul came to fight tonight, and he's showing he's got power, the time, and the brains to back it up. The crowd's there shocked, like it's 1990. Buster Douglas, Iron Mike Tyson. Maybe not that shocked, but shocked nevertheless. Kiritsu Arena is on fire tonight. Opetaia is dangerous, no doubt. But tonight, Paul's sending a message, and everybody in that ring, and everybody watching, knows. Round 6. We'll see how Jai Opetaia responds after being put down for the second time tonight in round 5.
I don't think anybody expected Jake Paul to go down with 2 punches to start the 6th round, Frank. Wow. You want to talk about a champion response to being on the canvas twice to your underdog? Look at this cat coming out, putting down the social media king, Jake Paul, in round 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Jake Paul getting up on 7. Looks okay. And he will continue. He's looking pretty wobbly over there, John. I don't know. He's going to need some time to recover. Throwing punches might not be a good idea. You might want to get on your bike, Jake. Opetaia moving in and out. 1, 2, 1, 2. And that is how to finish a fight when your opponent is worn down and they ain't going to be able to get out the way. Not a lot behind Paul's punches, and Opetaia taking advantage of it. He's walking right through those and landing his own. Jake Paul with a nice shot downstairs. Opetaia is surviving. That's how you respond as a champion. You're the favorite, you're down twice, you got a big cut over your eye, you come out to start this round and put your opponent down. He may have just turned the tables on Jake Paul. Paul looking pretty tired. His punches they do not have the velocity they had in the first 5 rounds of this fight. Big, wild uppercut swing. That is going to lower your stamina so much in these later rounds. Jake Paul needs to be very careful at throwing those, because when you miss those, it's devastating to your stamina. One minute left in the 6th round. Paul with a nice 3-punch combo. Landing a couple. Jai Opetaia, that cut is just looking nasty. He is doing a good job at avoiding getting hit there and really having a lot of success getting out of the way of Jake Paul's hands, because they have slowed down quite a bit here, John. Jake Paul tagged with a nice right hook there. 30 seconds left, and Opetaia with a 1-2. Landing. Back and forth now. The exchange in the center of the ring. 20 seconds left. See Paul throwing that big uppercut. Totally missing. Nice straight left lands. And a left hook. Opetaia with a nice combo. Right hooks land and an uppercut. Punching after the bell. Oh, finally, the Aussie assassin asserts himself. He's been methodic, patient, like a predator, waiting for that perfect moment. He strikes decisively, lands 42% of his punches. He's conserving energy, measuring his opponent, and playing the long game perfect. Jake Paul is showing signs of fatigue. Mouth open the entire round. Still open now, breathing heavy. Punches less efficient. He's going to have to select his shots with far greater precision if he wants to dominate the later rounds. This fight isn't over, but the tide has shifted a little bit. The Aussie assassin proves he's dangerous, calculating, and very much in this contest. But we already knew that. The drama in the building right now is palpable. The coming rounds are going to test every ounce of strategy, stamina, and courage these two got against squared circle.
You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you
1-2 straight down the middle. Can't miss it. Great work. Just stay focused.
Paul looks very swollen. He does have the cut in the middle of the eyes, right in between the eyes, but he is still ahead in this fight. Big shot by Opetaia, puts Paul down. I don't think he's got nothing left in the tank. That was a big power punch right in the gut, John. Right when he removes his elbows from protecting himself, he gets tagged and he dropped like a sack of potatoes, John. He might not have too much left in the tank, getting hit one time and going straight down. You find out what you're made of after getting surprised like that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Paul beats the count. And he's still in it. Moving forward. Throwing punches right away after being down on the canvas. Frank, you gotta love it. Oh, yeah, but you better be careful you don't get tagged with a counter. Because Opetaia has been hitting him with counters all night. And the swelling, I'm starting to think that Paul really can't see some of these punches coming. And Jake Paul lands a huge left hook, a 1-2 combo, and puts Opetaia down on the canvas for the third time tonight. That is not what I expected. He goes downstairs, and then the big finale finish with the left hook to the face. Wow, both of these guys responding the best way possible after being down on the canvas, putting their opponent down after being knocked down themselves. Unbelievable fight here in round 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Will Opetaia answer the bell? And he does! Up on a 9 count. This is going to be very interesting, John. What a fight we got here. Both exchanging in the center. It's looking like Apollo Creed and Rocky. When they both just have to, they can't really move around. They can just throw their hands. And that's it. 90 seconds left. And these two are exchanging. Both trying to get that counter. Opetaia landing a couple there. Pretty good defense out of both of these guys after being hurt. Well, they got to be patient and look for that opportunity. When you're both hurt, you're both tired, timing is everything. I couldn't agree with that more, John. That is how Jake Paul has gone down twice with perfect divine timing by Jai Opetaia. Both protecting, very cautious here. With just 38 seconds left in this 7th round, both of these two have slowed down quite a bit. Well, they're going to get a 90-second recovery time now because they have really done the smart thing and slowed down. You can't punch yourself out and then get caught. You probably won't be getting up. 15 seconds. Both of these guys looking pretty drained after 7 rounds of mayhem, Frank. No doubt. Put on a show like that, it's going to take a lot out of you. What a round. Well, it looks like Jai may have overextended himself in round 6. He's showing signs of fatigue, throwing fewer punches, spending more time backing up than pressing forward. Only 19 punches landed out of 29 throws. That's well below what we've seen from him in any other. Don't get it twisted, though. One punch, one clean, perfectly timed shot can turn this fight on its head. Momentum can swing in a heartbeat. Jake Paul, he's got to stay sharp, precise, and take advantage of this window. This contest is far from decided. Every round, every punch counts. Both of them knocking each other on the canvas last round. Opetaia probably has some more left in the tank because he didn't throw many punches in the last round. I would expect a lot more work in this upcoming round. And his corner man needs to take care of that cut because it's looking nasty.
Straight down the middle.
I need you to focus on what you're doing. Don't want to lose this fight.
Get into the fight, kid. Right round. Don't be looking at the
out there and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back.
Round 8. And these two have been through a war. A 7-round war. Both have been down multiple times. Paul ahead on the scorecards. Jai Opetaia a little more surgeon-like. Paul with perhaps a little more power. But I gotta say, when Opetaia throws that counter body shot, it has been devastating for Paul. No doubt. He was lucky to get up on that last one, though. He got up on a 9 count. Exchanging in the center. Both looking pretty exhausted after a 60-second break, though, Frank. Oh, what a right hook by Jai Opetaia sends Jake Paul down to the canvas. Perfectly timed cross, and we've seen that throughout this fight. Jai Opetaia very patient, waiting for his opportunity, and striking like a cobra. Cobra Jai Opetaia. Exactly that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you're out.
And Jake Paul cannot get up. It is an 8th round knockout for the undefeated sensation from South Wales, Australia, Jai Opetaia. What a fight. It definitely lived up to the hype and could have went either way, Frank. I definitely think it could have went either way. I think there was a lot of surprises here early from Jake Paul. The problem is he went for the gusto right away. After round 3, we really saw the punch. I mean, he threw 700 punches in the fight. Jai Opetaia used his experience, his ring veteran. He's been in there many times, and you can see why he has 21 knockouts. Actually, 22 knockouts now in 28 fights. Certainly hope you enjoyed the fight here, the co-main event at the Kiritsu Arena here in Japan on the Manverse. This is Free Preview. Don't go anywhere. The fights continue here in Japan. It's a knockout victory for Jai Opetaia in round 8.